Act 1, Scene 2. Today we will discuss question answers in the workbook. Page number 48 in the workbook. See the first passage. Okay, Narissa says, your father was ever virtuous. So this is the passage. Okay. From where is it taken in the textbook? It is taken from page number 31, line number 30. Here you can see the complete thing. Isn't it? It is taken from here till this line. Okay? So let us discuss the questions. The first question is, what has Portia just said, in response to which Narissa speaks these words? So what has Portia just said? Means just before this extract, what has Portia said? We know that Portia has said something just before Narissa speaks. What has she said? Portia has just said that she can neither choose whom she likes nor refuse whom she dislikes. Why she said this? Because the choice of her husband, it depends on the lottery of casket devised by whom? Devised by her late father. Okay. Now come to the next question. The second question is, describe the lottery referred to in the extract. What is this lottery referred to in the extract? The lottery which is referred to in this extract. What is it? So here you will find that the lottery, it refers to what? To the choice of the right casket, isn't it? That the casket that contained Portia's portrait from among the 3 caskets made of gold, silver and what? Lead. And according to her father's will, the one who makes the right choice would marry her. Okay? Now come to the next question. Give the reactions of Portia as well as Narissa to the lottery. So what is Portia's reaction? How does Portia feel about this lottery of casket? The will which is devised by her dead father. So yeah, in the beginning, Portia is what? Portia is anxious over the prospect of her future husband through a lottery of casket. And she is melancholic that she can neither choose nor refuse whom she dislikes. But later in the scene, what happens? She accepts her father's will. How do we know that she accepts her father's will? Because here she says about the Sibla part, isn't it? She says that portion. Where is that? Here. She is saying, isn't it? Later in the scenes, she says that even if she lives to be as old as Sibla, she would die as chaste as Diana. Isn't it? She would die as chaste as Diana, unless somebody is able to fulfill the conditions laid down by her father to be her husband. Isn't it? Now the next question. The next question is, give the meaning of never be chosen by any rightly, but one whom you shall rightly love. So what is the meaning of it? Here you will be chosen, means you here refers to whom? Portia. Portia will be chosen correctly, isn't it? By the one whom she truly loves. By the one whom she truly loves. Then the next question is, Portia is melancholic in the beginning of the scene, as it was the case with Antonio in the previous scene, isn't it? What is the difference between Antonio's melancholy and that of Portia? This answer you will find where? In page number 46 in the workbook. Page number 46 in the workbook. Here you will find. Here, the portion which I have underlined. This is the answer to that question. Okay. Now come to the next one. That is the next scene. Next scene is next question. Next passage is taken from where? Then is there the County Palatine? And Portia says he had nothing but frown. So then there is who? The County Palatine. So from where is this taken? The County Palatine one. Here, page number 32. Okay, this is the portion from where this extract is taken. Now the first question is, where are Portia and Nerissa? Where are Portia and Nerissa? In the beginning of the scene, we have come to know that Portia and Nerissa, they are in Portia's house at Belmont. Where? A room in Portia's house at Belmont. What are they generally discussing about? Okay, what are they generally discussing about? They are discussing about the lottery of casket, about the suitors and the suitors who have come to, okay, make their, who have come to try their luck. Then the third part of the question is, what mood is Portia in the scene? What mood is Portia in the scene? So we come to know that Portia in this, okay, she's in a state of what? Melancholy and anxiety. Next question, who is the County Palatine? Why has he come to Belmont? Who is the County Palatine and why has he come to Belmont? Who is the County Palatine? He is the Count of Palatine, isn't it? It is given in the textbook, page number 32. The same extract portion which I had told. Here you will see in line number, where is it? Line number, the notes of line number 50. This is the portion that you have to copy down. Okay? For the first part of this question, for this part, who is a County Palatine? For this part. Second is, why has he come to Belmont? Why has he come to Belmont? He has come to Belmont to try his luck and to win Portia's hand. Next question is, who is the first prince described by Portia? Who is the first prince described by Portia? He is the Neapolitan prince. What does she say about him? What does she say about him? So she has described, okay, him as a what kind of a person? As a very, here you can see in the book itself, as a colt. As a colt means as a very, young man, okay, as a young man. And she had further said that he talks of his horse. And second is, he talks about his horse and he talks nothing else, okay, but his horse. That is the point. And here he is described as a colt, means he is described as a very young, inexperienced person who is only talking about his horse, that he can shoe his horse. This is the answer. Then next question is, who is the weeping philosopher? Okay, who is the weeping philosopher? In which context is he referred to in the extract? Who is the weeping philosopher? You can see it is in page number 32, line number 54. Okay, who is the weeping philosopher? Here in the notes you can see page number 32, line number 54. The weeping philosopher is this person. The complete thing you have to copy down. Okay. Now second part of the question which I read out just now, in which context is he referred to in the extract? He is referred to by Portia to describe County Palatine. The next part is, give the meaning of a death's head with a bone in his mouth. Again in the same page, line number 57. Here you can see line number 57. Okay, so this part you have to copy. So now you can see that all the three parts of the same question, they are answered. Now come to the next question. Give a character sketch of the County Palatine. So character sketch of the County Palatine. This is the last question, isn't it? Character sketch of the County Palatine. So County Palatine, we can say that he was what kind of a person? He was very self-centered and he was gloomy. Okay, and then we can also say that here in the book you can see always frowning, isn't it? Yeah, he was always frowning. He wanted to say, if you, okay, if you will not marry him, okay, you can choose someone else. Means he was bothered least whether Portia chose him or not. And he was very, what? It seemed as if he was very, very sad, because a comparison is made here with the weeping philosopher. And here Portia, she has described him and said that when he grows old, okay, he will look a weeping philosopher. Why? Because in his youth he is very, very sad. This is the answer of this question. Okay, the last one, question extract 2, question number 5. So do the question answers of these 2 extracts, and today itself I want it complete, because after some time I'm going to discuss with you passage 3 and passage 4.